Three, two, okay, we're live now, folks. Hey, this is the Hays County Tejano Democrats page, and we are continuing our series of interviews with the candidates for Senate State Democratic Executive Committee for Districts 21 and 25. As you know, Hays County is in both 21 and 25, so we're interviewing as many people as will say yes who are running for the positions. And today, we have Francisco Castillo, who is running for State Democratic Executive Committee in District 21. And again, we are the Hays County Tejano Democrats, and we're affiliated with the State Tejano Democrats. You can get information about the State Tejano Democrats at statetejanodemocrats.org, and you can get more information about your local chapter of the Hays County Democrats by going to our Facebook page, which you happen to be on now, and also it's at the bottom of our ticker right here on the video. So you can find the direct link to the Hays County Tejano Democrats Facebook page. So, Mr. Castillo, welcome to the program. How are you today?
Pretty good, Mr. Tenorio. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for allowing me to speak to the Tejano Democrats out in Hays County. I really appreciate the opportunity to meet everybody. I hope to one day meet everybody personally. And just for future reference, if you like to make it simpler for you and the audience that's listening in, I normally go by the name Frank. So my friends call me Frank. You're more than welcome to just call me Frank, okay?
Great. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Why did you choose to run for SDC? And please tell me about your background.
I chose to run primarily because of the issues that are very important right now to the working families in our communities. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about minimum wage increases. We're talking about weather issues, climate, uh, uh, the Green New Deal. Uh, we're talking about things like racism. People that continue to, I guess, push for, isolationism to separatism. And I just don't like that happening in our nation. That believe the best vehicle is through the Democratic Party to openly oppose the negativity right now in our country. And as a Senatorial District 21 representative committee man, I would love to engage our party and others about the virtues that are really our values that we want to promote.
Thank you, Frank. If you're elected to the State Democratic Executive Committee, what is your number one priority while you serve?
Can you repeat that, Mr. Tenorio? I broke somewhere.
Sure, sure. If you're elected to the State Democratic Executive Committee, what is your number one priority while you serve?
I think we need to educate the voter and educate ourselves. And that would be our primary uh, goal of mine, which is what we realize now because of the current crisis that we are undergoing in our nation. That is that we are interdependent. What you do affects me, and what I do affects you. And so, we as Democrats, and as Tejano Democrats especially, because of our culture, we need to educate each other about the virtues and the necessity to be able to articulate good policy, that we enjoy things because we come together as a group, and that we affect each other very, very importantly in a very important way. I also wanted to conclude that I did not mention my education background in your first question. I have a bachelor's in political science and a master's degree in public administration. And so that also gives me a very good insight as to how government works, which is very different. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people can't seem to understand. Not that they're bad people, but just that there is a distinguishment between what is government and what are elected officials. The two are very different. government is not always a bad person because it's basically thousands of employees. But elected officials is where we need to stress that we need to educate ourselves on what is good policy, good public policy.
Okay, I think I'm losing your audio there.
I,
Okay.
I think I talk too much, but I mean, I hope not.
All right. So, if elected, what is your plan to communicate with your constituents?
Well, we have available or different views or different ways to communicate. One is face to face, in person, going to visit the counties in our senatorial district would be one. A second one would be probably having a newsletter put out where we have a contact in each county Democratic Party. That contact would serve the purpose of being a link to the office of senatorial district committee man. And so I think those two are crucial to continue the communication. Look at what we're doing today. We're using the social media, the available to us, the ability to communicate using the internet. I would like to continue doing that with everybody, and hopefully bring some results where we have some uniformity in our policies in the Democratic Party, and particularly with the Tejano Democrats.
Great. Thank you so much for being on our program today. We really appreciate you taking the time to do this and speak with us. We are providing the community an opportunity to get to know all the candidates, and I think virtually every candidate has said yes so far. So if you want to look, anybody wants to see the other interviews, they can go to our Facebook page. So, Frank, please call me Willie. And I'm really excited that we had you on. And thank you. I want you to have a great day. Thank you.
Willie, thank you again, and thank to all the listeners. I hope to enlist their support and give them the opportunity. And I really would be honored to get everyone's vote to be a representative. I think it is a crucial, crucial position in our state Democratic Party.
Great. Thank you again. Thank you for being on.